Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm here with a couple of wonderful folks from EMS, and we're going to be talking about a little bit of a recap of Seek the Peak and then heading into the forecast for the upcoming weekend. And so without further ado, we'll talk a little bit about Seek the Peak. First of all, I want to thank everyone involved, whether it was vendors, people who donated, people who took hikes as well into the White Mountains. Really, your support means the world to myself, and I know my coworkers feel the same way. Up here on the summit, of course, we wouldn't be able to do what we do up here on Mount Washington without your help and support. And so, yeah, we've got a few numbers to throw up. Of course, we're scientists up here, so we deal with quite a few numbers. The first one, really huge one, 291 hikers visiting us up here on the summit. That's a 15% increase from last year. As a reference for you folks, we had 32 sponsors as well as 25 vendors at the Apres hike party. So if you joined us, probably lots of freebies, lots of giveaways and raffles, and lots of great interactions, of course, amongst the hiking community in the White Mountains area. We had 150 people that actually were able to hike up here and tour the weather station with us up here on the summit. So hopefully lots of great pictures were taken. I hope people maybe even learned a few things as well from the summit. And another big story is over $190,000 and counting was raised by our members and people supporting the observatory. Our initial goal was 170,000, and we crushed that goal as well. And of course, this number is preliminary. We're still actually receiving donations as well. So again, just a huge thank you to everyone, our sponsors as well, of course, EMS, Heather and Ellen. And yeah, up here on the summit right now, just kind of jumping into things, we've got a pretty beautiful day actually. So around 13-mile-per-hour winds at the moment. We've really been seeing pretty calm conditions as well up here in terms of temperature. Really no complaints here in the temperature department. As you go up the auto road, we start around 75 degrees at the base, and then up here on the summit, a really beautiful midsummer day. High temperatures in the lower mid 50s, and visibility, the big story, 85 miles. I haven't seen that above 50 miles since June with all the Canadian wildfire smoke. So we're finally managing a nice day up here on the summit, visibility and air quality wise, which is really great news for everyone who struggles with breathing issues as well. And so we'll take a look outside now at our 85-mile view. Taking a look now at the deck cam here. Really beautiful day. We've got plenty of folks still with us up here on the summit. And you can see building cumulus clouds indicating some instability. We've got some maybe showers and thunderstorms in the area, but those have been winding down. We'll take a look from the Wildcat webcam here. And yeah, we can see a nice view, zoomed in view of Wildcat. We can also see plenty of sunshine, a little bit of haze perhaps. And yeah, beautiful view of Mount Washington there. Summit zooming out.
I heard a lot of hikers say the trails were muddy, and I know they were kind of curious when you and your team reported that there was a lot of rainfall for the month of July. How is that looking for hiking going forward into the next month?
Yeah, it's a really, really good question. Generally, looking to maybe change up the pattern. Of course, we've had a lot of areas of low pressure across Eastern Canada giving us rounds of thunderstorms and heavy rainfall. So we're kind of seeing the pattern start to shift a little bit away from that. Of course, we still have a few chances of thunderstorms over the next couple of days, but it looks like generally a warmer and hopefully drier weather pattern, especially as we go forward in the month of August, perhaps. But yeah, we have one more storm to look forward to this weekend, but we can talk maybe a little bit more about that. But it looks like Heather just joined us again. She wants to talk about her hike that she took just last Saturday. How's it going, Heather?
It's going. Sorry about that.
So we were just talking about how the trails might have been a little muddy during your hike. What was your experience?
Yeah.
So they were a little bit muddy. They were also, the rocks were a little bit slippery in some spots, especially as we got higher up. We started to experience some rain. So it actually got a little more slippery at the top as we were coming back down after we got some rain. But Bootsburg in general was pretty dry. It just had some runny water areas, but it wasn't too bad.
And what was your experience overall like? This was your first time hiking Mount Washington.
Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. We took Bootsburg to get the views, and even though it was cloudy, we got some incredible views. And that's why that trail in particular was recommended to me, was just for that. So I got some incredible pictures, even being up in the clouds as far as we got up. I mean, it's just a beautiful scenery.
Were there a lot of people on the trail that day? I know a lot of people were staggering times. We had the Hike and Make Friends groups were taking off quite early in the morning, and some people were taking off a little later in the morning. Did you pass a lot of people, or was it pretty even?
Yeah, so we started around 8 o'clock and there was a big group of people that started. And that's also part of the reason why we wanted to take Boot Spur, is because we noticed that it was the less traveled trail at the time. A lot of people were going up Tuckerman's to get started. But we also met some incredible hikers along Boot Spur, which was really cool. A lot of first timers as well. So we didn't feel so alone.
That's awesome. And you didn't get the tour of the weather station that you wanted, so we're going to have to make sure that happens for you at some point. They were doing, I'm sure you guys were really busy that day. I think Alex was up there, right, Francis, doing the tours?
Yes, she was holding down the fort, and we definitely appreciate her efforts, as well as intern Maya. They did quite an amazing job. We had lots of awesome pictures from the summit. Lots of people were able to check out the tower as well, and I guess really check out New England's really true tallest peak up there on the tower, about 60 feet above the summit itself. And so, yeah, just a wonderful day all around. And yeah, we really were worried about heavy rainfall and thunderstorms throughout the day. And the morning kind of scared us a little bit, but it ended up being a beautiful day and lots of great views if you could sort of look between clouds. And it's really an awesome event all around.
That's great. Heather, I'm going to ask you if you have any other tips for people who are interested in hiking Mount Washington for the first time, just in case we lose you again.
Yeah.
Sure. So I think the biggest thing I can say is it's okay if you don't make it to the top. That's what I learned. It was really about the experience. I made it to 5,300 feet. That's the highest I've ever climbed. And that's really a big part of it, is just knowing when to turn around if you have to, because nobody wants to get rescued off the mountain.
That's a great point, Heather. I think that's a good thing to pass along to people who are really trying to summit all the 48s. It's not going to happen every time you go out hiking. So thanks for that.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll switch gears a little bit here. And so we had a great weekend, of course, but we've got some interesting weather coming up ahead. And so I want to change gears a little bit and look at the higher summits forecast for the upcoming weekend. And so we've got kind of a changeable weekend ahead of us. And so for tomorrow, it's going to be a pretty cloudy and rainy day. We're going to expect rain showers, which will gradually overspread the White Mountains as low pressure moves in from the Great Lakes region. And so that rain could be heavy at times during the afternoon. With those thunderstorms, temperatures will be a little bit warmer, lower 50s, and winds will be quite a bit stronger. The south at 20 to 45 miles per hour ahead of that low pressure system as it makes its way towards us up here on the summit. For Friday night, we're going to be in the clouds of rain showers, and those rain showers will possibly be heavy at times, especially early. They'll become more isolated during the evening. And temperatures will fall in the upper 40s, and winds will be from the south, shifting southwesterly at 25 to 40 miles per hour, with gusts up to 50 miles per hour, and then decreasing overnight as the storms pull away down to about 15 to 30 miles per hour. And now for Saturday, unfortunately, more of the same as Friday. We'll see mostly cloudy conditions. Will be mostly in the clouds up here on the summit, so lots of fog, occasional heavy rain and thunderstorms, especially for the first half of the day once again. And temperatures will be in the upper 50s. And those winds will be quite busy as well from the southwest at 20 to 35 or 30 miles per hour, gusts of 45 miles per hour. For Saturday night, we'll be in the clouds of rain early. We'll trend towards in and out of the clouds, and then become mostly clear under mostly cloudy skies shortly after midnight or so. Temperatures will fall again into the upper 40s, and winds are going to be from the southwest, shifting more to the northwest as a cold front moves through at 15 to 30 miles per hour. And I've got better news for Sunday. We'll be in and out of the clouds under those mostly sunny skies. We'll see temperatures rise up into the lower 50s, and winds will be from the northwest at 15 to 30 miles per hour. For Sunday night, we're expecting to be in the clear under mostly clear skies, so more drying of those trailheads, less mud, hopefully, as we work our way through the weekend. And temperatures will fall again into the upper 40s. It's nice to see 40s again up here on the summit, because that means it's going to be cooler in the valleys as well overnight. So great sleeping weather up ahead, and winds will be from the northwest, shifting to the southwest at 15 to 30 miles per hour. And of course, these forecasts, they can and will change as the weekend gets closer. So you can always find the latest higher summits forecast at mountwashington.org/forecast. And yeah, with that, Heather, Ella, do you have any more final thoughts as we wrap up the broadcast here?
I don't think so. My only question that you just answered was if hikers are looking to go out this weekend, they should still check that in case it gets updated daily.
Definitely, yeah. So there's a little bit of uncertainty with some of the ending times of those thunderstorms, especially Saturday afternoon and Sunday. There's a chance that the storm could be a little bit slower and spill over into Sunday. We're hoping that doesn't happen at this point, but our best guess right now is that Sunday will be a relatively dry day up here on the summits. So a nice brief break from the rain, and hopefully a drier week ahead as we again, wind down July and head into the later part of summer.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Francis.
Yes, so thank you for joining us. And again, thank you for the continued support as well. And I hope everyone has a wonderful and safe weekend.